Hey guys, and welcome back to another Axel 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview, and I'm here with Sylwia Doligala. Sylwia, how are we?
Hello, I'm alright, how are you?
I am great, thank you. Thank you very much for doing this.
And thank you for having me on here.
Alright, and so am I right in saying you're a 27-year-old bantamweight who's 1-1?
Well, I've started as a bantamweight in 2019 when I've turned pro, but I'm actually fighting at flyweight.
Okay. Yes, alright, great, okay. Well, if you are new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, like the video if you do need like the video, and let's get straight into it. So, the question which I always like to start off with, why did you start boxing?
Shall I say how I've started boxing? Because that's a bit funny situation. Okay. So, me and my friend walked into we're meant to walk into a boxercise, like ladies only class for a fitness, right? And I think we went at the wrong time actually, and it was proper boxing class. So I thought, well, we're here, so why don't we stay and give it a go? And the coach, my ex-coach at that time, just asked us, to come back if we fancied it. So I did. She never turned up for another class, so I gave it a go, and I'm actually glad I did because I've loved it.
yeah, that's great. It's a coincidence, but in the end, a good coincidence.
That's right.
Alright, okay. And so, do you remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
I started off those semi-professional fights, like the white-collar boxing. I had it after 3 months of training, so I couldn't really box, and it was more like throwing my hands at her. But yeah, I've lost it. She was much bigger than me, as far as I can remember. But yeah, I felt like I want to give another go, and I went back to training next day, and trained hard, and I had another bout in the next couple of months. So yeah,
that's great. Okay, and so why did you end up turning professional when you did?
I think I've turned professional with my ex-coach in 2019. We just had the offer to fight in Malta. So he says, well, let's do it. Let's see how it goes. And I thought it's a bit too early after 3 years of training. But I thought, right, he knows what we're doing. Let's give it a go. And after that, I've lost that fight, the away fight. We came back to training, and everything just fell apart with my previous coach, and I've ended up looking for a new place, and that's when I went to Dickie's gym, where I am currently training. And I'm really glad I've done it, because I know I'm in good hands at the moment, and being trained by the best coach I could ever dream of. Yeah, and I know, I've got a good team behind me, so yeah.
Great. And so since joining that gym, you got the one win, and so how well do you think you performed in your last fight?
I think it was a really tough fight. The opponent has been changed a couple of days before my fight, to be honest with you, and so obviously we didn't have a lot to work on, to train, towards this fight, but I've trained as hard as possible for this fight. I've trained it like my debut. Obviously, everything was new for me, new organisation, and a new place, new manager, new coach. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I've trained as hard as possible. I've sparred, best girls around, and I knew, and I was really well prepared. And I think I've performed very well. The girl was tough, as I said. She will keep coming, like she was getting caught with a punch, and she was there back at me. Yeah. So it was hard fight, but I think I've performed very well.
Great. And so have you not got quite a date yet for when you're going to be back fighting?
I have. I think I have, but I can't say yet,
not yet
until we get confirmed 100%. So it will be soon. Yeah, but I don't really want to say it yet.
Okay, that's fair enough. And so why? Well, to any people that maybe don't know you and are seeing you for the first time on this, what would you say to them to make them want to come and watch you? What kind of makes you interesting as a fighter?
As a fighter, I think I am a strong girl for my posture, for I'm only a short person, so I think I've got the power, and I think like I'm doing it well. I think it's really nice to see it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, okay. And so you are just at the beginning of your career at the moment, and so how far do you believe you can go?
With my coach, I think we can go very far. Obviously, we will go as far as we can, as the health will let us to. And we do want to reach the tops, and we will do. And I'm sure we will do. Like with the team we have built, and with my dedication and with my coach's knowledge, I know we will go far, and we will do our best. I will do my best. So yeah, I do believe. Myself and my team, and I know we will do it.
Definitely, great. And so, is there any fighters possibly in the division that you're in that you maybe look at as a possible future fight that you'd love to have?
I need to take it as it goes, to be honest with you, because as we said, it's just beginning of my career. But as we all know, women's boxing is much shorter and faster than men. So I think the possible big fight might come faster than it would for men. You know what I mean? So we'll take it as it goes, and we'll see how fast and where we can get.
Definitely. And to just speak, I don't know if you watched the Marshall versus Shields fight a few weeks back. What was your kind of thoughts on that card as a whole? I mean, they sold out the O2 Arena and they did amazing numbers. Does that show how good women's boxing really is?
It absolutely does, yeah. I've only watched the last two fights, to be honest with you, but it was just amazing, world class boxing, and it just proves that women boxing is not just women boxing. It is, we do fight as good as men do, and we do, we can perform as well as they. And and I think it's fantastic that it does grow as fast as it does. We've got a lot of women joining professional ranks, and it's nice to see, because it's not just for men. It does prove the point that we as a women can do everything that man can do, and we can do it even better.
Definitely. Okay, and so I'll leave it with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
Yeah, guys, if you want to follow me, I've got a Facebook page as well as Instagram page. It's just my name dot last name, so Sylwia Doligala. And obviously, big shout out to my sponsors for supporting me all the way through, and I hope they'll be there by next up until my next future fight.
Definitely. Okay, and so thank you very much for doing this interview.
And thank you for having me here.
Great, and maybe a little bit further along down the line when you're fighting for some belts, we can come back and do a return interview.
Absolutely, stay in touch.
Yes, great. Okay, well, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.